Hello, lovely viewers. Hello,
Hi.
lovely Smashlanders viewers. That's
Hello.
definitely my intro. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. Um,
That's your thing. Hello, lovely Smashland viewers.
with me today I have Harrison James. You've heard him before in my previous some of my previous videos in the last direct discussion. And we're back again and we're talking about this new direct that happened today, which
And there's a
was
lot to say. There's a
yeah,
lot.
it was freaking
Like
crazy.
honestly, okay. I think the I was thinking about it. I was like, what direct is this? Like, what direct in recent memory is better than this? The only one I thought of that was better than this one was the one where like Smash Ultimate got revealed with Inkling, and that was like 6 years ago. So like,
Yeah,
this is the best one we've had in a really long time, in my opinion.
I honestly don't
Mainly,
remember a lot about those old directs, but like in terms of
yeah,
like recent memory, definitely one of the best.
recent memory they have been okay. I think a reason before we even talk about like the actual direct, I think a reason this one was so good is because we didn't really have any announcements this whole year except um now.
Yeah, we knew
We
like
didn't have
absolutely nothing.
we everything we got this year came was announced the year before, and if I use I'm trying to use my brain, but like we didn't have a February direct at all, if I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
correctly.
it was just a partner showcase.
Yeah, so they had a lot of stuff cooking up, I guess, which is weird because I thought this was supposed to be the end of the Switch era. They
That's what
literally
I'm
like, yeah,
saying.
we're having a successor, but no, we're
I
gonna
came
make.
into this
I
thinking
was just
like this like
remakes and
Switch
ports.
2 is next year. Like there's no way
Yeah,
they are going to have
the
anything of
way this
value
is
here.
happening, though, I'm not gonna lie. The way this happened, I I I'm not expecting Switch two till like late 25, probably.
Really?
Yeah, like we're probably gonna get that. Like I'm guessing, like I'm gonna say like anywhere from like August to like October, November-ish, around there,
I mean,
probably.
the rumors are pretty strong that it's going to be like early, like March. So I think that's pretty true. But like,
Because
I don't
I feel like
because I think this is like the end. Like this lineup is like the end of the Switch, and then
Switch, yeah,
it's gonna carry into the Switch 2 next year. But
which hopefully, if Nintendo's smart, which I hope it's just a direct sequel to the Switch, honestly, because I don't want them to do like anything else at this point.
yeah, if they
And
change it up too
also
much,
make
it's
sure
gonna
our
be
eShop
a
games carry over,
oh
and
yes,
our games are backwards compatible. That's it.
yeah. That's one of the most important things that they need to do. But
Yeah,
like,
100%. It
but
makes
going
sense why the Wii.
into
Obviously, it makes sense why something like the Wii U wasn't compatible with the Switch or like the 3DS, right? But if they're gonna
yeah,
just do double down on the Switch, I hope that carries over.
yeah, definitely. But going
I
into
think
the
we should
announcements
start.
themselves, yeah.
The best way
They
to do this
start
is
out with a
definitely.
they start wait, what was that? Sorry.
I said the best way to do this is just start from the beginning because
Yeah.
there was so much good stuff in my opinion that this we could probably it could be a mess. So I think the best way to do is just start at the start and end
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
So let's do
And
it.
they started with a banger.
Oh, they started with
They said
the
no, no, no.
banger.
We're gonna come out swinging. We started with Mario and Luigi Brothership.
I
Now, what
was
do you think?
shocked and so excited because Mario and Luigi is like my favorite RPG series. I remember playing a lot of the DS ones right when I was younger, and I just liked it always more than Paper Mario and any other Mario RPG really.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
I'm
but
playing through Paper Mario Thousand Year Door right now, and I'm like, this is great, but like,
I miss
I
Mario and
miss Mario
Luigi,
and Luigi.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's good. No, but a world where they both coexist, that sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy that
like
we're getting all of them, like all of them
I
coming back
think
too.
I I really hope that this becomes a big part of Mario's brand again. Because I feel like the
Yeah.
Switch gen, like realistically, other than what we've had with the remakes, what the only RPG we got was what the Rabbids games, I guess. If
Yeah.
that even counts, I feel like it's more of its own thing because it's like
A
not really
little
like
bit.
RPG. It's like a tactics game more than an
Yeah, a little
RPG, I'd
bit.
say. But I mean, there's still level ups and stuff like that. But they're way different games, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that with the remake and then with the Thousand Year Door remake and the this, which I'm shocked this is not a remake because I always thought like, okay, Alpha Dream's dead, right? So if they're gonna bring back this series, I was just thinking maybe like a remake. I don't know.
I was actually thinking before this direct, I was actually thinking the opposite because like the Switch can't really do a lot of the things that the DS could do with like the
That's
microphone
true.
or the touchscreen stuff. So I was thinking like if you're gonna bring Mario and Luigi back, you got to make a new game, and that's exactly what they did,
Yeah.
and it's
I don't
great.
know. I thought they wouldn't want to mess with it since the old team's not a thing anymore. But
Yeah, that's true.
it seems like Mario and Luigi though,
Yeah,
right?
but like speaking on that though, like who is making this though? We don't even
I
know.
I have no idea. I'm going to assume that Nintendo, even though Alpha Dream's dead, I'm assuming they have some overlap in talent on this.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to assume that like at least they hired some people
There
when the
there
company shut down maybe
there's some
to develop
people on
this.
Twitter. There's some people on Twitter saying that a lot of Alpha Dream people went to Monolith Soft, so maybe they're doing it. That could be a
That'd be
possibility.
kind of wild. I don't
Yeah.
know. But it looks good, right?
Yeah, it
Kind of
looks amazing. The
the
style.
models are though are straight ripped from like the giant battles in the 3DS
Yeah, it actually
games.
looks like that. It's
That's what,
mostly
but
because
like
it's
with the
mostly based
outline.
it's mostly based on like the art, like the 2D
Yeah,
art.
2D art for the games.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome
Which is
stuff.
great, and I love the style. At first, I was
It's
looking at it, and
I was like
I wasn't digging it
it
fully.
took me a sec to get used to it. I was like, what am I looking at? But
Yeah,
I think it's interesting about it is right. Okay, so pretty much every Mario and Luigi after Superstar Saga had like some sort of like gimmick, right? The second one was the babies, then Bowser, then the dreams, and then the Paper Mario, right?
yeah,
But this one just appears to be like, all right, no gimmick. It seems to be a solo bros adventure, which is like it makes sense for a way to start this.
yeah. It's like
Especially if they're
a
going to reuse these assets and probably make a sequel down the line,
yeah,
hopefully.
definitely. Oh,
Which
they
then they
gotta.
can, because the gimmick for this just seems like it seems like a pirate. Also, it seems linear. I by the trailer it made it seem linear, which is
Really.
not necessarily bad because a few of them are linear if I remember correctly. Not all of them are, but I think that's fine. Mario
Yeah.
RPG is linear and it's still a good game.
Also,
But
very important to note that it's not a paper jam situation. We're actually getting like original character designs here.
yeah, that
Um,
was weird.
yeah.
Paper Jam honestly is such one of Nintendo's like most missed potential games I think ever.
I played a little bit
Because
of it. The thing is,
they could have really like
I've
if
never
they
beaten
committed and
a
sorry,
Mario and
go
Luigi game.
talk.
No, sorry.
Neither, none
I
of them.
Yeah, I've never be. I
I
played
beat
as a
I beat
kid. I
all of them.
played through Bowser's Inside Story, but I couldn't beat the final boss.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough one.
And then every other game, I just kind of just played through most of it, but just didn't finish for some reason.
When Superstar Saga got on NSO, I played it and then I had the itch for it, and then I just replayed them all.
Yeah,
Like back to back for it took me like 3 months
I want to
because I
do
was.
it for
It's
before this game
fun.
comes out.
I think you should definitely at least play like Inside Story or like I'd say Superstar Saga or Inside Story. But yeah, it appears there's like no gimmick to it this time around, so it's just kind of a bros adventure, which makes sense. It's been a long time, so
Yeah,
I'm
that's kind
okay
of how
with
you
that.
do it when you reboot. It's kind of like a soft rebootish kind of thing.
Yeah, no
Um,
Starlo, which makes sense, I think.
yeah,
No, it's fine. Uh
it's coming
and
out
yeah,
when again? Let me check.
I
I
think
forgot.
I think the titles I think it's like November, but I'm pretty sure the title is like literal. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a ship, because that's what it made it seem like each like event or not chapter, but like each like world I guess of the game is probably gonna be its own island, and like oh it's
Yeah.
like kind of like you sail between them
Oh yeah,
or like
they
get.
did emphasize that it was going to be like a sea adventure. So
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's like pirate themed ish adventure, maybe like some pirate. It seems like they got sucked into some like pirate world thing. I'm not really sure, but it looked cool.
yeah,
Um,
Rose.
The game I don't think it's gonna be open world. It doesn't look like it is, unless it's like open sea, like freaking Wind Waker. I don't think it's gonna be like that.
Oh
But
no,
it's
definitely
just
not.
I think it's just gonna be like each world's like its own island. Give it like distinct people or a thing. That'd be cool. I think that's still cool though.
Yeah.
Not every RPG needs to be like that.
Oh,
But what I
definitely
really
not.
do hope this means, I hope that in the future, right? Now that we got a remake of RPG, we got a remake of Thousand Year Door, and now we're getting a whole brand new Mario and Luigi game, which I'm excited for that. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm hyped. I
it's
miss this. I
crazy.
miss this series so much.
It's good to be back.
But yeah,
But November 7th is coming out, so that's
yeah,
like the November holiday Mario game for this year, kind
yeah.
of. But that isn't
Oh,
that's
sorry.
not the only Mario game, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But
Like I was saying though, but like last like words before we wrap up this like part of it.
yeah,
um I hope that this means we'll see all the RPG series coexist and like maybe like I don't know if this is overkill, but maybe like one a year, honestly. But not like
yeah.
of each, but like this year's Paper Mario, the next year's another like a Super Mario RPG 2 or something.
Hot take.
Like
I
I
don't
need a
really
new
think
give me a new Paper Mario
I don't
that
really think we
uses
need a
like
new
Thousand
Mario
Years Door.
RPG. I feel like we're
You don't
good.
think we need one?
I kind of like the Paper Mario and
The
Mario and
one in
Luigi, kind of being
you
the
don't want
two.
RPG to be its own thing?
Not really.
I mean,
I liked it. It was okay, but like I feel like
yeah,
Mario and Luigi
I
and
would
Paper
be okay with
Mario are on a
them.
different level.
I would be okay with them letting it rest, but I think there's more. I think there is potential for more in that style because they're all pretty distinct, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I hope they all coexist
That would be nice.
in the
So
future. All right,
next up
I
is
think that's all I have to say.
Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. We get more information on that. To be honest, I kind of like snoozed out during this part. I don't really remember
Yeah,
what they really revealed
I
about it.
not much. It was just kind of like a little general overview, if I remember correctly.
I
Uh,
might get this
I don't know.
game. It just seems like a worse
It's
NES
cheap.
remix.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. It's not really my thing, but it screams the end of the Switch era, which the rest of this direct didn't scream that
yeah,
at all. I felt
yeah.
like, which is so weird.
I feel
But
like it's
yeah,
funny because like they announced this game like what was it last month, and they were like this
I think it
was.
was literally it was May. It was May,
I feel like
if I
this game when
remember.
this game was announced, it was kind of like, oh no, look at this, the writing's on the wall. This is definitely the death of the Switch. But then they come out with this direct.
Yeah,
That was crazy. Anyways, Fairy Tail 2. Do you care about Fairy Tail 2?
no,
I think it's based on an anime or something. I don't remember.
I think
Uh,
so. I'm pretty sure.
but I don't really care, so we're moving on.
Skip the next like seven.
How
No, I'm just kidding.
about Fantasian Neo Dimension?
Yeah, I don't even remember what that one was. I'm gonna be so
Crickets,
for real.
crickets, crickets. It's a
It's
Final
something.
Fantasy sort of game. I think in the same like universe. I don't know.
Hmm.
But here's a weird one.
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch Sports is getting a new
I was
sport.
just like, when I saw this, I was just like, why?
It's like wow, I did not
Bro,
know they still cared about this
this,
game.
this game is not. This game is over 2 years old. I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
came out April of 2022. Why are we? But it's so weird to me because we got the update. Like we got an update for golf. I think like maybe like 5 months after, 6 months maybe after the game, right?
yeah,
And then we just heard nothing. So I just assumed it was done, but I
yeah.
guess not. Or I don't know.
I don't know
Like
like
I was
what
just confused.
like this game was just so mismanaged. Like if this came out like way earlier, that and
Um,
golf were just like more spaced out apart, like
yeah, I kind of wish
evenly.
they held it back and just had a lot more sports in it at launch.
Yeah,
I think that would have
exactly.
done it a lot.
But like I still never bought the game, by the way. I've never I don't even have it.
Really?
Yeah.
I bought it, but I never came back to it for the golf because it took so long, in my opinion. The golf took like 6 months after launch.
Yeah.
It came out. They said
I just
I
thought
don't
it
know.
wasn't worth it to get.
But now it's like it's just confusing. I saw a meme that reminded me of it. I commented under the Nintendo on the announcement on Twitter for it,
Yeah.
and it was like some guy's backpack and it's like barely hanging on by a thread, and then the text just says just let it go, bro. Chris, that's what it's like feels like. Like why are we still doing this?
Yeah, that's
If I
yeah.
like okay, what I would have done if I was Nintendo. You have the engine now. Just make a Wii Switch Sports Resort. That's what I would have done. Why are we still getting this? And then make that shit have like triple the amount of sports.
That would have been
That
sick.
would get me interested.
Yeah, just make like even
Switch
just
Sports
call it
Resort.
Switch Sports Resort, and it would turn so many heads.
Just just port the old sports from the first one. I mean like the regular Switch Sports, and then add like a bunch more.
Yeah,
That are, like add the original 5. Like make sure all of them are there.
but it's a little too late for that. So we're probably just gonna get
Yeah.
Switch 2 Sports next year.
Yeah. Which
But
I
yeah,
don't know. Maybe this is a start for something new. Maybe they'll keep updating it or something. I don't know. But it was an odd decision.
still not buying
And
the
that's
game though.
all. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It was just odd. But I get it's something, so who cares? It's free. It's not like
Yeah,
they're charging, so
yeah, that's nice. Next we have Mio Memories in Orbit. Now this game looks kind of cool. It's like
I don't
it looks kind of Metroidvania-ish. It's got a cool art style. I mean, that's all I can
yeah,
really
it looks
say.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty much I like the like kinda looks like storybook vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
the
I
way it
kind of
looks.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a game that's coming out in 2025. That's cool.
That is a game that's coming to the Nintendo Switch family of
The Nintendo
systems.
Switch family of systems that have games.
Yeah.
Um, so now we have Disney Illusion Island. I don't really care.
It looked cool when it first got revealed, and then this is like DLC for it.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know it came out yet. I'm gonna be so for real. I didn't know it was out.
Yeah, it looks
But they're
fun, but
updating it.
it's just not on
It
my
looks cool. Like
radar.
it looks like a cool like. It's like if Cuphead was like made for kids
Yeah,
and with
maybe
Mickey
yeah.
Mouse. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It looks cool. But that's it. There's
Yeah,
not
that's
much
it.
else to say about that.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure. This looks like Hello Kitty Animal Crossing pretty much.
Yeah, kinda.
It's
It
basically
reminds.
like
I don't know if you might not get this cut, but have you played that game on the 3DS, Disney like Magical World or something?
no, I didn't.
It's basically like you kind of walk around like the theme park and do like tasks for like Disney characters. That's pretty much what it is.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. And
Yeah.
this kind of reminds me of that. No, but the weird part is about actually Hello Kitty Island Adventure is that it was like a joke on South Park. That was like the game they were playing, and they made fun of one of the kids for playing it, but it wasn't like a real game.
Really?
Like they just made that up. Yeah, so that's like years ago though. Like probably over a decade easily. Probably maybe 15ish years, right? And
Did
now it's like
South
a real
Park
game.
did
A
South
Hello
Park
Kitty Island
predict the
Adventure 3.
Nintendo Direct?
I guess so.
Looney Tunes
Yeah,
Wacky
that's how.
World of Sports.
It's Looney Tunes and they're playing sports. At first I thought when they first showed it for a
Come
second
on
I
and
thought I was like,
slam.
are we getting a Space Jam game?
Come on and slam.
But no, we didn't. It was just like a sports collection with Looney Tunes, and I was like, that's boring.
It looks kind of
If
mid.
it was like,
It would be cool if it was good because there's like not a lot of sports games that are like cartoonish, like Mario sports. But like,
yeah,
it would be cool to have another one that's
you know,
good.
that's like I was thinking about this the other day. This is very off topic. I think the biggest disappointment of the Switch generation is the Mario sports games, in my opinion,
Uh,
because all of them are like they're not bad. It's just like I've never had the urge to replay them like I have for the other sports games on other consoles.
yeah, I guess I could see
Like
that.
I still sometimes play Sluggers on the Wii. Like I'm not gonna lie, that game's fun. But like I've never had the urge. I'm like I'm gonna play Mario Super. What is it, Super Rush or something? The golf one,
Yeah,
Golf
yeah,
Super
golf,
Rush.
yeah.
As like no, I've never had that.
I've gone
Especially with
back to Tennis Aces a couple times.
yeah, that's the better one, I think, out of all the ones we have for Mario
I
on
never
this
really had a
console.
problem with the sports games on Switch. I mean, like I could
I
see
think
why
it's
people don't
for
like them as much, but like I think they're all right.
they're okay, but I feel like it's just not as fun to revisit as the other ones. I don't know.
But yeah,
There's room for potential to grow there. But anyways, I
Among
think for me,
Us.
actually, no. While we're on that for a second, I think it's because I think a big reason of it is it feels like they're like putting out the games half baked. Those ones especially, and they're like, "Well, free update for like half the roster and like
Yeah,
half the boards." Like, no, just like it doesn't work with a game like that. Like something like Splatoon, where it's like based on online. Okay, it works, but like it doesn't with something like that because it's not. You're not gonna. You're not picking up Mario Tennis to play online like all the time. Like that's not what you're doing, bro. You're gonna probably play if there's a story mode. You'll play with locally or something, but or you play with friends if you're with them. But that's it. But anyways, Mario sports tangent aside,
yeah.
Among Us.
Although what you said about the online thing, I
Sorry,
feel like nowadays I mostly buy those games to play online. Maybe when I was like a kid, I had
that's true.
like
That's fair.
little friends coming over to play the games, but like nowadays I feel like I'm more focused on the online.
That's fair. For me, it's more of the single player stuff
Yeah,
with
that's
games like that.
respectable. But anyways, Among
Among
Us.
Us. Yeah.
Among Us.
They have new roles. That's pretty cool, except the game's dead, so who cares? Okay.
Yeah, I have not played since 2020. I
Yeah,
don't.
it's been a while for me.
I'm not a
It's been a
huge
while.
fan of Among Us. It's
It's
okay.
only fun with you if you know if the whole lobby is people you know, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because if you're with like randoms, it's not fun. Because like half the lobby just leaves if they're not the fucking
Yeah.
imposter, and then you win with like one kill.
So here we have our farming sim of the direct
There's like the only one I feel like.
Farmagia? Farmagia? I don't remember how to pronounce it. But
It looks
it
weird.
looked like
It was
Pokemon Farm Simulator or something like that. It's kind of like
yeah.
it got like different like monsters and stuff. It looks kind of
Is it
cool though.
Magia or is it Magia like magic?
I would think Magia.
I don't know or care that much. The next
Yeah.
game was my most hyped announcement. No, I'm just kidding.
It's available November 1st. But you don't care? You don't want to know when it's available? You're not picking the game up?
No, I'm not picking up Farmagia. I care more about the next game. I actually do,
Darn.
unironically.
No,
Talk about it.
yeah.
You said you were upset about it earlier, I
So I
remember.
mean, I'm feeling a little better about it now, but like when I saw
Okay.
the Donkey Kong hut, like the treehouse,
Oh,
I
did
was
you
like,
think it was new?
oh, and then like looked at it for another second, and I'm like, wait, this is just returns, and I got so upset
Yeah.
because like,
No, I saw such a funny meme. It was of Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, and he was talking to the teacher, and
yeah, I saw it.
he holds up the logo, right? And he's like, "This is Donkey Kong Country Returns," and then the teacher, Miss Fowl, she's like, "Sheen, this is the third time Donkey Kong has returned," and that's
Yes.
so real. Cause I low-key forgot this game had a 3DS port or
Yeah,
remake
this
or
is the
whatever.
third time they're releasing this game.
This is the third time he's returning. Honestly, I'm a little here for it. I can't lie. Mainly because I never had the original, and I tried to play the 3DS one, but I don't know why I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's a
really
little
do it.
awkward.
Right?
It's like 30 FPS, and it's like
Yeah.
very. I
But
feel
I was
like
kind of
I wouldn't
young.
want
I
to
was
play it
like,
on a small screen.
it's. I was thinking it was gonna be like New Super Mario Bros. Bro, and that shit was not like New Super Mario
Oh
Bros.
yeah,
But when Tropical Freeze got ported to Switch, I bought that, and I was like, okay, I actually like this game. It's pretty good. So I'm actually somewhat excited. I had the 2D platformer itch. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we haven't got one from Nintendo in a little bit,
yeah.
so
Oh,
I'm
other
okay with
than
this.
Mario Wonder,
Oh yeah,
but
but I
um,
know, but that was almost a year ago. Oh my god.
it just felt like kind of a
But
slap
still,
in the face because like the only
yeah, I understand
this is the
that, but
second Donkey Kong game on the Switch, and it's once
it's
again
just
another
they're both
port.
ports. Yeah, I
And
understand
and
that,
also it
but
has like nothing done to it. It's just okay, yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
includes the
nothing
3DS
new. It's
stuff,
literally
But
It's
like,
this the 3DS game in HD. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
pretty much it.
just it's like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. They're gonna charge $60 for it.
Yeah,
I bet you they're
but I
charging
can't lie.
60.
I'm excited for that one too because I didn't play Dark Moon. But
Yeah.
that's because I was either like I just with those games or when they first came out, I was either like not I was like I don't really like the gameplay because I was just like picky back then with games
Yeah, fair
really,
enough.
or I just never played them. So for me, it's like okay, that's cool. I'll buy it. I'm probably gonna buy Luigi Mansion when it comes out like next week or whatever,
I'm
and
not
I'll probably
buying it.
play it and I'll probably like it.
I'm not
Probably
buying
not
it
as
because
much as
I
3
would
though.
rather just go back to the 3DS version
Fair enough.
because I
I
have it
mean,
already.
yeah, like I had the 2D platformer itch, so this fills it. It's not the game I would have wanted them to port over from. I would have rather like Woolly World or something. I feel like that makes more sense. Like upscale the 3DS version of that game, please. They're not
Yeah,
gonna do it. I thought
yeah.
we could. There was a chance maybe, but I don't know. This I'm not surprised though that they're doing this because notice how we've had such an influx of Mario stuff the past year.
Oh
And I
yeah,
really do
definitely.
believe this that all this stuff was probably supposed to originally come out when the movie was supposed to come out, but the pandemic probably
Oh
changed that.
yeah,
I'm why. So that's why we're getting this stuff a little like what it was the Mario movie over a year ago at this point probably.
yeah,
So yeah, that's why we probably got Princess Peach's Showtime. That's probably why we getting all these like Mario like that's why we're getting so many side characters of Mario having games right now. Peach has a game, Luigi has a game coming out, which comes out in like a week. And now Donkey Kong, and those are all big characters in the movie, so that to me that makes sense. And I'm hyped to play it. I like Tropical Freeze, and I'm excited to play it. I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah. The thing
2025 release
is,
date was kind of crazy for HD
yeah,
upscale. That was wild.
yeah.
I
I
was
feel like
expecting
they
like
like I kind of wanted them to like just do more of a visual overhaul. It just looks like they upresed it
yeah, I would understand that.
because like
But to be
once again
honest,
they're
like
probably gonna charge 60 for it, just like
yeah,
they're doing with Luigi's Mansion. So like,
my expectations for this direct going in was pretty much okay, we're just gonna get a bunch of like good games that Nintendo already has made on other consoles, whether it's the Wii or the GameCube or the Wii U, and we're just gonna or 3DS even, and they're just gonna upscale it or like make a remake and that's it. That's
yeah,
what I was expecting coming into this. So I'm okay with this. I'll play it.
yeah. I might actually play it. I might buy it. Not a
It's
guarantee, but
fun.
I might. But it's just nice once
Fun.
you think about it for after I originally watched the trailer, I was really realizing that they're probably doing this because they want people to like they want to put Donkey Kong in the spotlight a little bit again, and
Yeah.
that gives me hope
Hopefully,
that they're gonna do something bigger
maybe
later
if there's
on.
a new console, maybe we'll get a new Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what
know.
I'm hoping
We'll
for.
see.
I'm hoping this is like the appetizer for the new Donkey Kong. So
Yeah, it's
I
like okay, we have a Switch going out, so we might as well put Donkey Kong Country Returns on it. Uh,
also, yeah, January 15th or January 16th. That's so weird. Like you'd think
yeah,
this one would be
I
coming
would have
this year.
thought like October-ish maybe. I don't know. Or like
Honestly,
earlier.
I thought they would reveal this in like a September direct and then say slate it for January.
Yeah, that would have made more sense, I feel like.
It's really strange.
Maybe I'm thinking honestly, I don't think we'll get a September direct
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe.
because I feel like this is literally this covers us from like what this whole direct covers us from like the rest of this year to early 2025 with some of the games.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if the Switch 2 is actually going to be early next year, there's probably not going to be a direct in September.
Yeah.
And we'll probably get like a blowout at the beginning of the year in 2025 with information. And we'll see. But I'm kind of in the camp now. I feel like it's gonna be like a late 25 release still. I don't know. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna save this is the last of it. I don't there might be more. Honestly, because they still made 3DS games after. the Switch after the Switch was out, so there's a chance we'll still get a lot of like remakes and ports for
Oh
the
yeah,
next like year or
definitely.
two.
There's
While
so many
like
Switches units out there,
which
so
I'm
they
okay with that. While if they're making Switch games too, while they do that, and you can play the Switch the new ports on the Switch too. So I would be okay with that.
yeah,
It's just making the Switch library already stronger than it already is,
yeah,
which that's good with me. Because especially because I hope the eShops cross over and all that crap. But yeah,
yeah. They're
I
they're
think
they're
there's not
gonna
much.
support the Switch as long as they can because they've sold so many of them. So they're gonna
Yeah,
do everything in their power.
especially if it's backwards compatible. So they could just be like, okay, yeah, we have this cool new game, and you can play it on your OG Switch and your Switch 2 for like a better version of the game or like upgrade, like visual wise.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. We'll see though. All right,
but yeah. Moving on
the next
to
game.
Dragon Quest 3
This
HD
was
2D. This is
I
interesting. I kind
I
of want
was
to try it.
hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I liked. Have you played 11?
I've never played a Dragon Quest.
Okay, I was in the same boat until I saw Hero get added in Smash Bros. So base. Okay, I'm gonna give you the one of the recommendations of a lifetime right now. Dragon Quest 11 has a demo, and the demo is like 10 hours of the game for free.
Yeah,
And I played that demo, and I was like, okay, this game's actually really fun. So I got the full game when it actually fully released, right? I think they still have this demo, so if it's a thing, you should try it out because there's like no harm really.
I think I
It gives
actually
you like 10
downloaded
hours
it
of the game.
once. I think I
It's fun,
downloaded it once and
and
I played a little
I
bit.
got hooked on the series. I'm not gonna lie, and I have not played another single. I have not played another Dragon Quest since, but
Dang.
I fell in love with it, and I've been looking forward to this one a little bit because it's been announced for a while, right? And it added to my hype for this presentation for me to say it's one of the better ones of all time because yeah, it's just like it was a nice thing to see, right? I was like, okay, it looks good.
Yeah,
It looks like
this made me
modernish. It
this
looks
made
modernish and classic, which I like. So I'm definitely gonna pick this up and try it,
this
even though I never played any other Dragon Quest other than 11.
this made me want to
But
try
yeah, it
Dragon
looked good.
Quest. This made
I
me
would
that
recommend
like
it,
yeah.
especially 11. I would try that demo if you have time. It's a
Yeah, I
big time
might.
commitment. The game. It's probably like okay, because the game is probably like if you like just rush to the end, probably like 70 hours, but like it's worth it in my opinion. It's one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Honestly, one of the best games I've ever played in my life. So
Really.
yeah, yes, I would say that it's probably in my top 10.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's a good if I do try to start with Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. Apparently that's like chronologically before 1 and 2, so I guess it would be an okay place to start.
Yeah,
By the way, they
and it's
also
cool.
announced
They also
yeah,
announced
they
that.
also
Yeah,
announced
I was just
those
gonna
two
say that.
afterwards, which is pretty cool.
That was pretty hype. I can't lie.
Yeah.
There's not much else to say about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty cool. A nice surprise.
It's
I
Dragon
didn't
Quest.
expect it.
Anyways,
Hello. Sorry,
yeah.
you glitched for a second, but you're good
Oh,
now. All right,
sorry.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. Funko
Are you
Fusion.
ready for Funko Fusion?
You know what? It gave me like Lego Dimension vibes, except it's not
Yeah.
Lego Dimensions, and it's like 10 years too late.
This game looks so crusty.
It's so weird. That's such a weird concept.
Like
It's like okay,
get this game a Switch
you're gonna
too.
be. It's like the most random crossover. There were like Five Nights at Freddy's or something. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool idea, but like, I feel like it would be cooler if it was like a game updated and added like new worlds. But it seems it's like a story game. I don't know. Seems similar to the Lego games, and that's pretty much all there is to say. It's a crossover of franchises with Funko Pops,
Yeah, even if it
and you
looked
visit
good, I don't
Funko
think I would
versions of the
play it.
worlds and movies.
Cuz
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
cuz
Maybe if I was
I don't want
like
to be caught
10
playing the
years younger.
Funko game.
I was like 10 years younger, probably would. But
Yeah.
that's all I can say about it.
I guess I did a little sneak peek of Luigi's Mansion. There's really not much to say.
Yeah,
Um,
there's not everything about it has been revealed at this point. It's the game in HD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna buy. Because I haven't played. I said it earlier, and I'm excited for it. I'd like 3, so I'm looking forward to it. Even though I heard it's a lot more linear than those ones, but it should be fun.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it on 3DS maybe.
I just like these ports. I think it's a good way to make the Switch library like actively like releases more frequently. Plus it just makes the library good, especially if there's gonna be carryover for a next gen console. So you could be like, "Oh, I want to play that like GameCube game." I'm like, we already have Thousand Year Old Door.
That is true
Like,
though. Yeah, if the Switch library carries
if the
over,
Switch,
this is gonna be very useful.
yeah, yeah, eventually down the line, a lot of people might want to pick that one up. All right,
So the new Denpa.
I don't even remember what that one was.
It was
Oh,
like the
oh
the
yeah, it was like that
me.
like
They
green
look like
thing, and it was like
Mii's.
it kind of looked like it gave me like Miitopia vibes,
Yeah, exactly. It was
but
like
like a little more like town element in it. And I
yeah.
feel like this
When
game would have. Is this a port of something,
I think so.
or is it like a sequel?
I think it's a
I don't know.
sequel to something.
Yeah, this would have ate on like the 3DS. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
looks like a 3DS game, but I think that might be intentional.
Yeah, yeah,
But when I
it looks
saw the
cool.
first frame
I just want
of like that
Tomodachi Life.
amiibo guy, the like the me looking guy, I thought it was Tomodachi
Yeah,
Life for a second, and I was
but
so
they're squares
excited.
now.
But no,
But they're in colored jumpsuits now.
yeah,
Yeah, there's not much else to say about it other than its peak.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy 20 copies.
20 copies.
Oh wait, no, it's a free game. Yeah, I can't buy copies.
Wait, oh yeah, it is the free game. I
It's free
forgot.
to play.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, I might try it.
Maybe. This doesn't seem to be much to it though if it's free. But anyways,
I don't care about Metal Slug.
I don't either. Let's skip it. What
uh,
about Darkest Dungeon 2? Didn't even know there was a first one.
yeah, I don't really care about Darkest
Alright, we
Dungeon.
can skip it. We can skip it. Nintendo Switch Online. That
Nintendo
was
Switch
not
Online.
not much to say other than a nice game. Four Swords. That's actually goated. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you have to add 4 swords, especially now that there's like the online multiplayer. That's a good
Yeah,
way
I
to
think
do it.
that's a good way to handle it. That would be
Um,
fun to do.
um,
That's pretty much it.
Metroid Zero
The other
Mission.
games I don't really care. Oh no, actually, there's something I want to quickly talk about. The 18, what is it? 17 plus? Actually, it might be 17 plus.
Yeah,
The 17 plus online service for N64
yeah,
is now an
they're gonna
app.
get a little
And now
freaky.
it's a separate app
They're getting a little
for
freaky
mature
now
games.
with the
And it
mature
just you
games.
open it. I saw a clip of it. Someone opened it. It just has the 2 games. So for some reason they decided to just make one for only M-rated games instead of a version of it where it had the M-rated games. That makes no sense to me. Why is it just its own application for M-rated? Why can't you just get like one of them and have them all
Yeah,
on
it's
one?
kind of
Okay,
silly.
I don't know. Anyways, that's it. That's all there is to say. Perfect Dark. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Phantom
And
Brave,
that
the
was
Lost Hero.
let's skip
Skip it.
it.
Now this one's kind of cool. Marvel vs.
Yeah, it is
Capcom
kind of cool. I can't
collection.
lie. I don't even like Marvel vs. Capcom that much, but I heard the announcer said I want to take you for a ride. Immediately, I heard that song in my head. I'm like, oh my god, is
Yeah.
this what I think it is?
Yeah, I knew
And
it.
it
I
was,
knew
and I
right
was like,
away.
no, I only know that song because I remember downloading like a mobile version like years ago, like years. I'm probably like 10. And I just remember like spamming buttons on it, and like the menu music was that song. I want
Yeah.
to take you for a ride. Like that was so cool. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah, basically
that's it's a
I
collection, I believe.
I have some experience in Marvel vs. Capcom. I used to play with my cousin a lot and also like in arcades. And
Yeah,
it's pretty fun. So, I like
it's cool. It's a,
Marvel.
such. I love concepts like that, like where it's like, okay, well, yeah, this game's gonna be a crossover fighting game. Like that's cool.
And I believe like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 has been like in like legal trouble. Like it hasn't been released in like ages because of legal
Years.
issues, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see it come back.
Yeah, I don't. I these games haven't been re-released in a long time.
Yeah. So that
That's
that's
cool.
pretty
That's cool.
hype.
Well, I get it. It
Um,
depends on the price. If it's like not that much, I'll probably buy it. Honestly,
yeah, I might actually.
we'll see though.
Yeah.
The next game was
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
when I saw the Super Mario Party logo, I kind of had a little. I was like, oh shit,
Just
here we go again.
PTSD.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I did not really like Super Mario Party, the original one.
I liked it. It was fun. I mean,
But
it wasn't
I
perfect,
was
but
shocked because when I'm watching this trailer, I was like, is this a Mario Party game that I actually think looks good for once? Like, what? I actually think this looks promising.
it
I'm
does.
not going to lie. The boards look big. They're not like midget size like the other one.
Oh yeah.
Those ones were so small in the other game. It was like and then the coins were like the economy was just fucked. The economy was fucked.
It seems like they have a good balance of like, because they have a couple of remastered levels and then they're
Yeah, and
also
that's
doing new
exact.
ones.
I'm so happy about that because I feel like I've been saying that for years. I was like, Mario Party should pull a Mario Kart and do like retro boards. That'd be a
Yeah.
way to like fill out. I mean, I would expect like maybe more than 2 retro boards, but still, it's better than nothing. It adds to the lineup. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think there's 7 total, which is better than 5 from the last game.
Yeah, and
But
the new maps we saw actually looked promising. Like that mall one looked really good. I
oh
like
yeah,
the
the
idea
mall
of
one
it.
looks so good.
It's cool.
Coconut
It looks
Mall.
good. It actually, I was shocked because it's like this is the first time in a very long time I've seen a Mario Party. Like before it came out, I'm like, this actually looks promising. Because I was hesitant with and even though like I feel like Super Mario, what was the last one, Superstars? It's hard to compare that
Yeah.
one because like it's remake, right?
Uh,
So it's hard,
kinda.
or not remakes, but it's like a remix of old boards. I'd
Yeah,
say, I
and old
guess
mini
is
games.
the better way to say it. So this like that's just the way they got to do it from now on, in my opinion. They got to make new stuff, plus having you know, like retro stuff. Like honestly, that's what they should really focus on, in my opinion, going forward with the series. Half new, half old.
Yeah.
Have retro mini games, have retro boards, along with new stuff.
Yeah, the
I
thing
think that's the way to
is,
go.
yeah, and I think they kind of like took what they learned from making Mario Party Superstars and they kind of like
Yeah,
applied that to like new content too. So
yeah.
that looks really good.
It looks
Um,
promising. Those boards look big. The boards, which is nice because
yeah.
it looks. This might be the first like actual good Mario Party in a very long time.
There's also 20
I didn't really
20
like Superstars
player
that much,
20 player
but it was
online
okay.
multiplayer.
That's cool, but I think that one's just mini games, I think, or something like that. But it's still cool.
It's
The maps
still
look
pretty
cool though.
cool.
I don't know if they showed all of them. Did they show all of them? They might have actually. I don't remember.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, they did
I think
actually.
they
They
did
did.
because I think they showed
It's
like
actually it's
5 new
Mega
ones.
Wiggler's Tree Party, King Bowser's Keep, Rainbow Galleria, which is the mall one, Goomba Lagoon, and Roll'em Raceway. Which that one looks like a gimmick board because the cars and stuff. But I feel
Yeah.
like all the old Mario parties had at least one that was kind of gimmicky,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with that.
All right.
Fine, especially when we have other boards like the retro ones. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say.
Coming
Also,
October
they teased
7th,
that there was
17th, I mean.
sorry, yeah, they also teased that there was going to be more modes.
Oh,
So
they did?
that's cool, I guess. Yeah, at the end they said
Oh
there's
yeah,
going
I
to be
remember
more
that. Yeah.
mode. And that's pretty much what there is about that.
Yeah, it's
Which
coming
that
October
part is kind of
17th.
scary because in my opinion, one of Super Mario Party's like biggest failings was they spread their like development time too much out. They tried with these new modes that like nobody cared about. Like how many times did you play that river mode? Like probably like one time.
I did it once.
Or like there's like a dance mode or something. Like why? Just like give us like a good core experience and then the other stuff can be extra. And not the
Yeah.
main, because I feel like the main focus of Super Mario Party was like we're gonna have 5 giant equal modes. They had like the regular Mario Party, they had like the duo one. Like no one cared about that. Just like give us a good Mario Party and then everything else can be like the side piece. and that's it.
True.
And I think they're starting to learn that. And I hope we see more retro boards. I feel also the name's weird. The name's pretty weird, but I think this is better than going the number route again
Yeah,
with like a Super Mario Party 2.
why are they keeping the super in the name? That's kind of
I don't
weird.
know. It's weird. I guess it's like to signify a new era of Mario Party, I guess. I don't know.
Also, the logo's a little weird because like you have the font is different
Yeah,
before
it's a little
with
ugly.
the
But the box art
jamboree.
looked really good. Jamboree. It looks good though. It looks promising.
So
I'm
yeah,
hyped.
that's the October game. So that's
But the
nice.
November, but the next game.
But the next
I think this was my biggest surprise of the day.
yeah, unfortunately, it
Actually,
kind of got.
Mario and Luigi happened. It's so hard to say.
Oh yeah,
But
I
I
prefer
don't know
that.
about you. I loved I loved Link's Awakening so much for like no reason. I don't know why. I just did. I I let's played it, which is like for me, like if I'm gonna like put the time into like let's play a game, I actually have to like be in love with that game. Or like not in love, but like it has to be like passionate. There has to be passion there for it. Right? So I had enough passion to do a let's play for it, which means I like it. And I was like, when I first saw the Toy Link again, I was like, oh, we're doing another like remake that looks the exact same. I was a little like, I kind of wish it looked a little visually different if they're gonna remake. But then it's not a remake. It's just a brand new freaking 2D Zelda that uses the same look. So and I'm okay with that. And not only is it a brand new 2D Zelda, you don't even play as Link.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
It should be a nice
that's
change of pace. It shouldn't, even though it looks visually similar, the gameplay should be different enough where it's gonna feel different. And it looked good. The map looks so much bigger compared to the. I don't know if this might be reusing a map, honestly. Not from Link's
I think
Awakening,
it
from a different.
is. I think it's reusing
It
Link to the
looked
Past map again.
again. This is the third time Nintendo.
Because I saw
All you
a post
do,
on Twitter that
all the
showed
new
like
2D Zeldas just do it. Honestly, when there was like a slight rumor before this of a 2D Zelda remake, I was thinking we were gonna get that one on the 3DS ported, the Link Between Worlds.
yeah, I
But this
expected
is
that
way
too.
better
Yeah, this is
because that
better.
game was a pretty big seller on the 3DS if I remember correctly, and I feel like that it would make sense, in my opinion.
Yeah. This is
But
like
I'm
I
good with
liked
this.
Link's Awakening, but like I didn't love it. But I did like the style.
Yeah.
I liked the visual style. That was the best part of
I'm
it.
I'm really happy with this though. It just looks so cool. Like I hope the story is gonna be cool. It's gonna be this is really the next evolution of this is a post this is our first post 2D Zelda. No, okay. Our first like new 2D Zelda post Breath of the Wild in Tears.
Yep.
So I'm wondering where they go with the like if they're gonna make it maybe a little more open, like oh go to wherever you want in the map or something. Because it looks like the way this looked, there looks like you know how like in the older Zelda games you get like, oh you get this item, so now you can explore more of the map using this new item you got. I think we just got the wand and the stuff the wand can like capture or like take, right?
Yeah, I think that's just
So it
kind
looks
of like the thing
maybe
of the game.
it'll let us, yeah, maybe that will be able to let us go like anywhere since it's just one item that
Yeah,
like is very. We'll see. I don't know. That seems cool though.
the gimmick is very
I kind of
like it's just
even
like
if it
Tears
is
of the
a
Kingdom in 2D almost. Kind of cuz like the
yeah
whole
kind of
premise is like
building.
yeah,
It's
building,
building
yeah.
again, and it looks cool. This should be fun.
And also
I'm hyped. I'm
basic
hyped. I like very hyped.
like I feel like everyone's been asking for a Zelda game where you play as Zelda for so long and we finally got it. It's
Yeah,
kind of surreal.
yeah.
Like
I'm hyped. This Mario and Luigi, Dragon Quest, and honestly, like Donkey Kong were just those four together for me was like, okay, this is direct. Oh, and Mario Party like actually looking good. That's why I feel like this direct is such a good one
yeah,
because
when we get to this point, it's just kind of like you
it's just
imagine
like
like what could possibly be the thing
yes,
at the
exactly. That's
end.
exactly what I was thinking. I was like, it has to. I was like, it has to be it.
Like
I didn't
what
want to
could it
say it though. I
possibly
was like, it had to
be?
be it. I I was thinking like it's either some brand new bombshell of an announce because I'm like, bro. I look at the time. It's like this was like what like there was maybe like 15 minutes left in the presentation at this point. I was like, okay, so we're probably either getting a brand new game that's like a bombshell announcement, or it's time for that forbidden game
Or
that's been
that
announced. That was literally announced the
the
year the
game.
Switch came out. Oh
Yeah.
my god. And it was, but well, spoiler. Okay, we'll skip.
Er,
We're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, it
um,
looked really good. The Zelda, I'm hyped. I'm excited.
are you buying
Honestly, I'm
the
very
Are you buying the Switch Lite Hyrule Edition?
honestly. If I didn't have a Switch Lite already, I probably would have, because that looks sick. The gold looks sick. I can't lie,
Yeah, it
and I
does.
guarantee it's gonna be like a collector's item in like a year. It's gonna be like $3,000 on eBay or some shit.
Yeah. I don't usually buy
It
like
looked
special
good. I'm
edition
hyped though.
consoles, but
I
so I'm
guess
probably not
this.
going to, but yeah.
The world looked great though. Like the graphics looked just like a huge step up from Awakening, which Awakening already looked really good. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Echoes of Wisdom. All right.
Just Dance 2025 edition?
Why is it not on the Wii? Oh,
Yeah, where's the Wii version?
where is the
This is
Wii version,
unplayable.
guys?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
the
why.
thing.
Usually we always see Just Dance in the sizzle reels, but I feel like it's weird that they gave it a whole segment here.
Yeah, I don't really know why they did. That was weird.
Skipping over it.
Anyways, let's
Uh,
just skip it.
Lego Horizon
This next one was
Adventures.
weird. This why is this a thing?
Play a
There's
PlayStation
no
game in a Nintendo
No,
Direct.
it's not even that. What is that? Was this announced somewhere else prior?
Summer Games Fest, yeah.
Okay, but still,
It looks really good for a Switch
there's
game
surely
visually.
there's not that much overlap between Horizon fans and Lego people who like Lego. There's no way.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
such
there's
a
no way.
game
That's
that they
such a
decide to
random
make.
like this is the game. Like there's no way this thing sells that
It's
much.
like
I'm sorry. There's
it's
no
like
way.
they put like a randomizer on for like different
Yeah.
franchises to make a Lego game for.
Yeah, like why? I don't get it.
That being said, it looks pretty fun, but I mean, I never played Horizon, so I don't know much about it. But it still looks pretty fun though, so I could check it out. But
Yeah.
moving on to Stray, I don't really care about this game.
He's a stray. It's a cat. Yeah, me neither. I
Other
don't really
than the
care.
fact that like it kind of looks kind of good for the
It's a cool
Switch.
concept. It's a cool concept. That's it. That's all I can really say.
I do think it looks visually pretty well good for a Switch port, but nah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play it.
But I feel like we're not talking about Mario Odyssey 2 enough.
Mario Odyssey
The
2?
next game was Mario Odyssey 2. No, I'm just kidding. Bro, there's still people that think we're gonna get that. There's no way.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
Mario Odyssey 2 was renamed to Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game, then yeah, I guess we
Yeah,
did get Mario Odyssey 2.
this was also weird. I don't know why this was here, but okay.
Yeah, it's just the Lord
But
of the
they be
Rings
letting
thing.
anyone put their stuff in Nintendo Directs, huh?
Yeah. Moving on to Ace Attorney.
Ace- I
I've
never
never
was
played
into
Ace
the
Attorney.
series. It's cool though. It seems cool.
Yay, Ace Attorney, cool. Haha. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. It kind of looks like Danganronpa. I think it's by the same creators.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think so.
it looks kind of cool, but
I
nah.
was confused what I was looking at first. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's just seems like some JRPG thing. That's cool.
Yeah. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of
Oh,
the
I don't even
Seven.
want to.
This
Is it the
game,
seventh or the sequel?
um, make up your minds.
It
Uh,
looks like a game. This was the announcement before the Big N one. I don't remember
yeah,
that.
it is. It kind of
Alright.
the one takeaway I had from this was that the visuals look really good, and it's also running in 60 FPS,
Yeah.
which is once again pretty good for the Switch. Uh, so yeah. I guess the direct was over there. There was nothing else, right?
Yeah,
I
there's
think I
it.
think we
All
were
right, so
done.
thank you guys for watching.
So then
I
they
did you
dropped it.
know before it happened? I have to know. Because I had a feeling
Mm,
like was Zelda a new 2D Zelda being mid direct. I was like, there's this thing's going out with a bang. That's like the only thing my mind went to. It's like I think it's time for Prime 4. What did
here's
you
the thing
think?
though. Here's the thing though. When
You
I
were thinking
reacted
Smash
to
Bros 7.
no, when I was reacting to the
Imagine.
direct, I saw a glimpse at like the recommended videos on the side, and I saw the Metroid logo.
Aww.
So I was
You
like,
thought it was Metroid Samus Returns HD or something.
yeah, I actually was kind of like maybe it could be. Maybe it's Metroid
That
Dread
wouldn't have
2.
been a bad port for them to do.
But then I thought like there's no way that that's the one more thing though. If it's the one more thing, it's Metroid Prime 4. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And it was.
Actually, when the
It
footage started, I was like, maybe this
um
is Metroid Prime 2 remastered because
yeah,
I don't know what that game looks like.
I kind
So
of thought I think it's because that they did that remaster so well and it looked pretty well that I low key thought I was looking at a
yeah,
remaster
it just
because
looked like
it looks it looks really similar to the remaster.
it does.
I don't know why I was expecting more visual like oof, but no, it just kind of looks like that.
Um. So yeah,
But it's
but
not
then I
bad.
thought,
I'm not trying to insult the graphics or anything. It's just I don't know. I expected it to look like so much better than the remaster for some reason, but it's fine though because the remaster looked good. But anyways,
it honestly
it
looks
was
like a
just
PS5
gameplay and it
game.
looked like Metroid Prime.
Yeah,
And
it
now,
looks visually like a next gen game, even though
yeah,
it's on the Switch one somehow.
yeah. To me, it's
Um.
especially like the cutscenes, like the gameplay. It kind of looked like just the Prime remaster. But the cutscenes that looked
Oh
like
yeah,
next gen. That looked next gen.
yeah.
But
I have Metroid Prime Remastered, but I didn't finish it, so I definitely want to go back to it.
I got stuck on it. It's hard.
Really?
It's not. Yeah, I'm trash at games like that though.
Uh,
I will probably give it another shot before this one comes out though.
well, you got some time because it's 2025, so we don't know when in
Yeah.
2025. I would probably say the Switch 2 launch because they're probably gonna make it a cross gen.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, I I don't know. It might be the last hurrah though at the same time. Cuz to me it did look it looked like it could be just a Switch 1 game.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. If Metroid Prime is a launch game, like there's got to be some other big Nintendo game with it because I'm sorry, Metroid Prime 4 is not big enough to launch a whole new console.
Yeah, I feel like
They'd
Metroid
have
real
to
like in the past hasn't
they'd
sold
have
that
to
well.
they'd have to combo it with like a new Mario or something,
I
in
think
my
that's what they're
opinion.
gonna do. I think there's gonna be a 3D Mario.
Yeah, that's probably the way we start the next gen with the 3D Mario and Tears of the Kingdom 7.
It's 7.
No, but this really did not feel like the Switch era was ending.
Yeah.
Which kind of gives me hope that we're gonna see a nice seamless transition between this and the next one. Like obviously, yeah, I feel like the ports and remasters and like HD versions of games are getting a lot more common. But it's not like so much like how it was with the 3DS's ending that like it feels like the console's dying, right? It feels like 50-50 genuinely. Like it's either like a remake or a port or it's a new game entirely.
Yeah.
It feels like a flip coin flip, which is nice. I kind of like that. I think it makes sense for them. I hope that they continue doing stuff like this while the Switch 2 is out. Like, oh yeah, we're still gonna release Switch 1 games that you can also play on your Switch 2. So here's Mario Galaxy 2 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just a random one I thought of.
Oh no, they'll never
But
do
like,
Galaxy 2. They forgot about it.
I don't think they would do it.
They forgot about that game.
I don't know what they could do. I would like. There's so many though. Like they could do that. I would like. I'd probably buy.
But oh,
But
what
I
was I
hope
gonna
that's
say?
kind of the way they continue going forward until the Switch 2 is like very well established.
Yeah, the thing is, I think we kind of got burned by the Wii U because like the Wii U had such like a terrible lineup for like the end of like 2016. We just had Paper Mario Color Splash, and that was
Yeah,
like it. And I feel like
they kind
that
of
kind
gave
of
up
set an
after.
expectation for the end of the
Yeah,
Switch. But then we have to remember that was the Wii U.
and the 3DS was just ports for like 2 years
Oh yeah,
straight
that's right. That's true.
from like 20 post 27. But that's different though. I feel like it's a little different though because that was when the 3DS was like that's when the Switch was already out at that point. So maybe that's when we'll get very port heavy with Switch 1 when the Switch is out and then you could play those games cross compatible. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen.
along with new Switch 2 games. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Does not
Only
feel like this generation's coming to a close though after this. But it has to. They literally said the Switch successor. So
the Switch. This is
they
Furukawa.
literally said it.
This is Furukawa.
Yeah.
I'm going to your house. I will be at your door
Uh,
shortly. Be prepared.
So yeah, I think Nintendo has a very promising future right now. It looks very good for the future right now.
Yeah,
If you
honestly.
ask me like the last direct, if you ask me the last direct, as much as I liked how it ended on Thousand Year Door, I would have been like, okay, and the one big thing was a remake. So like clearly like the standards are going down a little bit.
Yeah,
But
it's such like night and day with that direct then. Cause like
yeah. That one made it seem like it was toast. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought we were getting out of there like the next day. Everyone's burning their switches to go to the new Switch.
yeah.
But it looks
Uh,
promising right now. I hope they do a nice seamless transition with a lot more ports while the Switch 2 is out. And yeah,
maybe we'll get a partner showcase in September.
hopefully, yeah, maybe probably. Hopefully we get way like the hopefully the console is just like better Switch. But maybe like some features that make it a little more distinct, just so it like I don't know, so they could do more with it. But hopefully, like I just some type of upscaling would be nice. I don't
4K
know.
upscaling.
Like let me
Actually,
play the new Zelda game that just was announced today. Like 10 times better. I
60
don't know.
FPS, 4K.
Yeah. Well,
They actually
that's
found in the code of Paper Mario, they found like 4K capabilities, I think.
ooh, that's promising.
So
Honestly,
that's nice.
we'll see. Hopefully they do like a batch of updates for games that already came out.
Yeah, they
Like the
gotta.
Switch 2 update. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's a great place to like there's not much I have to say after all that.
Yeah, that was the direct in a
We
nutshell.
were probably I don't even want to know how long we were talking for.
Okay, so the video is at an
Probably like an
hour
hour.
and 2 minutes.
Okay, that's great. That's fine, I think.
Yeah, I think we're
An
good
hour
now.
of yapping about it.
If you enjoyed this discussion, you'll probably hear a lot more in the future. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
because well, they're probably not in September because there's probably not going to be a direct. But
If they do something big, bro, we'll be there. Even if it's not big, even it because this direct is gonna be hard to beat. I'm not gonna lie. So
well, the Switch 2 was got to be announced at some point, so I guess maybe they'll do that later in the
yeah,
year.
maybe if we see like actual games for it or like even just like a nice trailer, maybe we'll come back and do a Switch 2 discussion. We'll see.
Yeah,
Depends
but
how much they reveal, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see.
until then,
We'll see you.
bye
Yeah.
bye. Go check out
Bye.
Harrison's channel. I'll put it in the description.
Yay.
And bye bye.
Bye bye. Adios.